Daniella, thank you for joining us. Can I start by asking you about your sister's story and the reason you're doing this bike ride?
Yeah, thank you. 10 years ago last week, unfortunately, my sister, Chantelle, who was 35 years old, got diagnosed with bowel cancer. And it was a very rapid decline. She, from diagnosis to dying, it only took 2 weeks, unfortunately. And she was cared for in St John's Hospice, which is a Sue Ryder charity in Bedfordshire, which is where Chantelle lived. And she was cared for amazingly in their hospice, and that's where she died. So I'm riding from her grave in Oxford, which is where she's buried, because that's where my father used to live, in Kidlington, to my father's village in Malta, which is just over 2,000 miles. And all the money raised is going to St John's Hospice in her memory, really. So yeah, it was a very quick decline. It was a very hard thing for us as a family to get used to, very suddenly. And she had 2 small children. Jessica was 9 and Dylan was 3. So it was all real big shock, and I just needed something to do. And I actually did this cycle ride the year after. So in 2013, I did most of this ride just to help me channel my anger and my grief, really. And I raised money for the charity then, hospice. And I always said it was such a beautiful ride. I'd love to do it again on her 10-year anniversary. And 2022 is her 10-year anniversary, so I'm doing it again.
How long will the trip take you?
Okay, yeah, so the trip, I've got my route in front of me. It's going to take me 27 days to get from Oxford, Kidlington in Oxfordshire, to Zeebrugge in Malta. So it's 27 days. I've got 3 rest days. That's all I'm allowed. 3 rest days in those 27 days. Like I said, just over 2,000 miles. And I set off on the 10th of July and I get into Malta on the 5th of August. So it's peak summer cycling through Europe, but hopefully the heat won't get the better of me.
During the bike ride, what will your daily regime be?
So my regime is going to be, we bought a camper van this year, so we're a little bit more luxury than camping, which is what we did 9 years ago. So we will be up fairly early, 8 o'clock, to be on the bikes for 9 a.m. So we'll have breakfast, overnight oats. So it's just all about long-lasting carbs. That's all I need. So overnight oats, ride for probably about 25 miles, stop, and my mum will be driving the camper van. So we'll meet her 25 miles into the route. We'll have coffee. We'll do another 25, 30 miles, we'll do lunch, and then it will be ride all the way to the final destination, to the final kind of campsite. And the longest day I've got, if I look at this, is about, the last day, 115 miles a day, but it averages around 80 miles a day. So we'll just break it up with coffee, with lunch, and then back, for the dinner to finish off with. So that will be the route, and we're following really small roads, no big major roads. It's just, I'm doing this to enjoy it. It's cathartic. It's for my own healing, and obviously for an amazing cause for the hospice.
Will you be cycling back again once you get to Malta?
Absolutely not. The bikes will go in the van and I will drive very fast back to England. So we're hoping we'll be back in about 4 days. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to want to see my bicycle for a few weeks after that.
Good luck on your journey, and thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much for your time and for doing this. And I really appreciate Wycombe High support. I've got some great memories being at Wycombe High. So thank you. Really appreciate it.